Hey everyone, my name is Adra Bemikolade. I'm from western part of Africa, Nigeria. I'll be presenting my video presentation today about Junot Diaz life, his work, his recognitions, and his interest. Junot was a famous and award-winning novelist. He was born in December 31st in 1968 in Santo Domingo in the Villa Johanna neighborhood, and he moved to Pali, New Jersey at the age of 6 with his family for a better life. His father was a policeman in Dominican Republic and became a forklifter in New Jersey, and his brother works in an assembly line. Junot was the third child of his parents. Junot and his family coming from a country that actually speak one major language, and I understand what he might have gone through being an immigrant that speak English as a second language. His experience showing up at school, not knowing a word of English could be very challenging because he won't be able to relate with his friend and in the class, not understanding what the teachers are teaching. And I also remember my first day at school asking for toilet for my classmate and that I need to go to the toilet, but they never understand what I was saying because I came from a country being colonized by British and also having an accent. I later realized that toilet is called restroom or bathroom. I think with this experience throughout the elementary school actually motivate him spending more time in the public library through his high school. This made him develop more interest in literature. I see Junot as a determined person who actually wants the best out of himself, who actually wants the best out of himself and was able to work his way through college when he attended King's College and later transferred to Rutgers University where he graduated with bachelor degree in 1992. He worked as a steelman and also does delivering pool table. He is very smart. He had his master degree in creative art at Cornell University at 1995. He wrote his first collection of interlocking story, Drown, and published it in 1996. He created his character of the first person whose biography similar to his. Junio. Was a Dominican Republican immigrant that arrived to United States at the age of 9. The story focused on Junio and his friend Beto. They were actually best friends. Junio talks about their friendship for 2 years. So at first, it seemed that Junio's intimacy with Beto was positive influence by pushing him to challenge himself academically and socially. Beto is now in college and he believes that he is more educated than and hated when actually knows something that he doesn't even know, even though he actually want the best for him and even though they were actually best friends, still he still take advantage of him. Beto is now a partner and an active participant in homosexual experience, and is a passive recipient. When they get caught in shoplifting, the boys were like holding their were hiding in the parking lot, and the cops actually saw them and asked them to come out real slow. Then was like started crying. Beto didn't say a word. His face was stretched out gray. In a moment of crisis, the two boys physically comfort each other, suggesting they could stretch their relationship. Also, this in intimate moment in a thread of love between Union and Beto. The intimacy between the two boys became especially when they watched a pornography film at Beto's house. You know what was cool? Could remember that when he went to whenever he goes to Beto's house, you always see Beto's father watching pornography during the day. So as these two boys were watching the pornography, Beto was harassing sexually, and before their homosexual encounter. So before the homosexual encounter, goes by a Faba with his boys, and terrorize the men at the bar with a plastic pistol. So I think his environment factor actually plays a negative impact. Actually, play a negative impact in his life. The first homosexual encounter from 2 years early proceed to homophobic uh, violence in Eunice's presence. This sequential ordering point to a fluidity in Eunice's identity. The flashback between Beto and Union relates a significant change in his identity as a Dominican Republic back in my country. Anybody being caught in this act of homosexual is going for 15 years imprisonment. However, rejects the battle shown to him by Beto and the fact the experience require sense of masculinity as heteromotive. You can't be anywhere forever, and you can't be anywhere forever was what Beto used to say. What he said to me the day I went to see him of like a when what he said to what Beto said to Junior when he was seeing him of was he handed him a gift, a book after that he was gone. He threw the book away and he didn't open it and read what he actually wrote in here. Throw the book, the guiding book of getting out of neighborhood. His friend actually wants him to get out of neighborhood, but because of what Beto actually did to he said, you could rather like stay in that you could rather stay back in the neighborhood than becoming a battle. So that is brief about the drowns. And Junot also wrote his first novel, The Brave Wonders of Oscar in Oscar 207, that describes the lives of an immigrant family as they experience poverty and persecution in Dominican Republic under the dictatorship of Rafael. They have published several short stories in magazine primarily in New York after the publication of Down. Junot Diaz, who was an award-winning novelist, he published several stories in magazine primarily in New Yorker after the publication of Drown. He wrote his first novel, The Brave Wonders of Oscars, and became more successful than Drowns. He wrote another new collection, This Is How You Lose was released in 2012, and his recognition Dan actually was numerous award and fellowship for his literary work, including fellowship in 1999, the Penn Malamud Award in 2002, and the U.S. Japan Creative Arts Fellowship, the National Empowerment for the Arts in 2002, the Radcliffe Institution of Advanced Studies Fellowship at this Harvard University in 2003, the Prime Prize from American Academy of Art, and later in 2007, the John Sargent Sir First Nobel Prize in 2007, the James Beard Foundation M.F. Fisher Distinguished Writing Award in 2008, the Tarton Literary Peace Prize for Fiction in 2008. All right, thank you.